I want to start off today by talking about a serious eating disorder. Now, as you know, if you follow my channel, I healed myself with multiple sclerosis. And this was about 10 years ago now. This was in 2015 when I was diagnosed. And I didn't discover that I could heal most of my body through food until about a month and a half later after I was diagnosed. And then I just started eating really clean whole foods. So a paleo-based diet is what helped me heal. But the other thing that helped me heal was my positive attitude. Knowing that I could heal myself was a big deal. And so I had pleasure and excitement, and I was joyful knowing that I was going to get better. This is hot off the press. I want to let you know I am holding a masterclass on discovering the hidden secrets to healing MS. So I'm going to be sharing what I do and how I help people reverse their symptoms through my 12-week program. So if you want to learn more, hop on to nourishyourway.com/master-class and sign up. It's November 4th at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you can't make it, sign up anyway, because I will record the session and I will email it to you the next day. But if you can show up, I will be giving out a free gift. So I hope to see you. Go to my page, sign up, and I will see you there. I want to share a very serious mental disorder. And I think I might have had a little bit of this after I healed myself. And what it's called is Orthorexia Nervosa. So what that means, it's an unhealthy obsession with eating clean foods. So I'll tell you what that really means. So after I healed myself, I kept eating really clean, and I was very, very strict with myself for 2 to 3 years following my healing. And I knew a couple of other people with MS, and I would see them once in a while. And when I would catch them eating like fried food or something that I knew was super unhealthy for them, I would judge them. And this is part of the disease. So I really feel like I was kind of there. I have to be honest. I was also under the impression that I had to eat clean, whole food 100% of the time in order to maintain my health. But after year number 3, I came to the realization that I didn't have to eat 100% clean all the time. So the rule that I have now that I've healed everything and I've been symptom-free for over 10 years, is if I eat 90 to 95% good whole foods, then my body can take care of the rest. So what that means is I can go out to a Mexican restaurant once in a while, or I can go out to a restaurant once a week. And we know that restaurants don't cook their meals in avocado oil all the time. You know, they're usually using canola oil or vegetable oil or some of these other oils that are inflammatory. But if I eat that once a week, you know, my body can take care of itself. My body can handle that. Or I can have an ice cream sandwich or an ice cream cone once in a while. You know, I don't eat ice cream very often, but I sure treat myself once in a while because, and this is what I tell myself, because your body listens to your thoughts. Your body is listening to what you're telling yourself. So if you tell yourself, I've been really good. I've been eating 90 to 95% of good whole food for a while now, but I'm going to have a small bag of chips. I'm going to have a small bag of Ruffles and I'm going to feel joy while I'm eating this. Your body can handle that. I teach my clients when they are in the process of healing themselves that, I want them to be pretty strict with themselves and what they're eating. So, good protein, a lot of veggies, dark greens, leafy greens, and a little bit of fruit. But I don't want them to beat themselves up if they have a couple of bites of ice cream or if they have a cookie, once in a while. Don't beat yourself up. But what you're telling your body, you have to be in control, meaning you have to be in control of what you're telling your mind and what you're telling your body. So, like I said, if you have a cookie or a couple of bites of ice cream, don't beat yourself up about it. Just say, you know what? I know this isn't the healthiest thing in the world for me, but I'm having a little taste because this is bringing me joy and my body can handle it. I'm going to be okay. So that's what I want you to tell yourself. Of course, I want you to be as strict with yourself as possible while you're healing. And healing takes longer than most people think. So for me, I healed most of my symptoms, which were brain fog, severe fatigue. I had hermit-sign. I had a blind spot in my eye, and I had numbness in my hands and my legs. And I healed most of these within 3 months. I was feeling a lot better after 6 to 9 weeks. I was feeling like a lot of these symptoms were fading, and they were. So after 3 months, they were just about gone, except for the blind spot in my left eye. Everything had vanished, everything had disappeared, except for the issue in my eye. And that took between 4 to 5 months to heal. It's just one day I took my hand up to the side of my face and I wiggled my fingers. Now, if I did this with the blind spot in my left eye, I couldn't see my fingers. But one day when I did this, I thought, oh my God, I can see my fingers. I healed my eye. I did not know I had this ability. So I amazed myself. And we all have this ability to heal. And not everybody realizes that MS is totally healable. It really is. But part of it is mental. You have to have a good mental and emotional state while you're healing. And this is something else that I learned. So when you're in that parasympathetic state, this is rest and digest state, your body can heal. So when you're sleeping, for example, your body is really healing during this time. But when you're under duress or stress, that's your sympathetic system reacting, and we cannot heal when we're in that state. So if we're worrying or if we're upset or if we're stressed out, any negative emotion is tied to the sympathetic part of our body, and we cannot heal when we're in this state. So the happier that you are, the more joyful that you are, knowing that you can heal, the better and more quickly your body will heal, and you will be amazed at yourself. So going back to the disorder of orthorexia nervosa, which is the unhealthy thought process of eating clean food. And like I said, I was really there, after I healed myself for about 2 years or so. I judged other people on what they were eating. I couldn't believe that people still drink Coca-Cola. Our world is just littered with processed foods that are everywhere. and we can't get away from them. Think about like when you go into a gas station, you're looking, maybe you're on a trip and you need gas and you want a bite to eat. There's hardly anything that's good for you in there. I mean, it's candy and chips and junk food. I mean, even the beef jerky has a ton of sugar in it, right? So there's hardly anything, like at least 90% of the food in there is unhealthy. But once in a while, don't go hungry. Eat eat something that's as nutritious as possible, but tell your body, you know what? There is let's say you buy some beef jerky and it's got some sugar in it. You're not going to kill yourself. You are going to nourish your body in some sense, but don't be so focused on eating perfect in those situations, right? Especially after you heal yourself, go out to dinner once in a while and don't feel so bad about eating something that you know isn't 100% healthy for you. If you eat cleanly most of the time, your body can handle the rest. It really can. So I want you to have and find some joy in your life and go to that Super Bowl party, go to that birthday party, go to that graduation party, because you know what? When we go to parties, there's never 100% good, healthy food there, right? There's always chips and dips and pretzels and cookies and chips, whatever, right? And you know what I tell people is, before you go to a party, try to eat at home first. Just eat as much good whole food as you can before you go to that party. And then when you go to the party, eat a little bit of bad food. It's okay. Your body can handle it. Just be mindful of what you're eating. And also, while you're healing MS, be joyful. Know that you're going to heal, even if you cheat a little bit. Don't beat yourself up. If you fall off the horse, get back on the horse and keep going. So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, just reach out. And until next time, you'll hear from me soon. Are you on the fence and wondering if you can heal and would like some support from somebody who's been in your shoes? You can absolutely heal, and I can walk you through my 12-week program. Change is hard, but I've made it much easier to modify your dietary habits and other lifestyle changes like body movement, emotional health, and self-care. I'm with you all the way, so just hop onto my website, nourishyourway.com, and navigate to the Work With Me page. You can either sign up there or apply for a free call with me if you have any questions. Taking action is the first step, and I'm behind you. Also, if you like this podcast, please share it to somebody else who might be struggling. I'm so happy to be a guiding light for you, and I'll be back in a few days.